don't get me wrong, see I forgive you in a song we'll call The Likely Lands. But if it's left to you, I know exactly what you do with all the dreams we had. Cause blood runs thick, it's thick as thieves, you know. It's important to you, it's important to me. I tried to make you see, but you don't want.
Right, here catching up with Billy Nelson. This last week there, I noticed that Cyclone had announced that they'd signed your man Big Martin Bakole, the guy that you've been really high on. Now it seems as if a lot of other people are starting to catch up with what you've been saying about him.
You know, this guy is the most naturally talented boxer that I've personally trained. He's and the added bonus, and he's a heavyweight. I've helped a bit with Peter Harris, me and Malawi, but I've never personally trained a heavyweight myself. I've done a wee bit with Ross Henderson, but then he kind of stopped boxing. But Martin's a special talent. In the short spell he's been in Scotland, I've had him sparring Hughie Fury for 3 weeks. An undefeated Canadian, Simon, he's the IBO Intercontinental Champion. Daniel Dubois, Derek Chisora, Ian Lewisham, Tom Little, all good guys. And you know, and this afternoon we're going to spar Anthony Joshua in Sheffield.
That'll be some experience for him, huh? That's it. But do you think there's anybody else out there getting as good a sparring as what he's getting? Because some of the names you've just wrapped half there, they're all world ranked guys, you know. They're all up at very top ends of the heavyweight division.
That's where Martin is. And there and probably above most of the guys that I've mentioned.
It was just funny you should say, 'cause I was saying to Barry McGuigan that I was coming out here the day and asked Barry McGuigan what he thought about Martin, and he says he's world class talent, is his words he used, and they put him in for title fights very aggressively. Is that when somebody like Barry, like people might think that you have been biased, but like when Barry McGuigan is a boxing man and all, and he sees it.
Barry says to me that in his opinion he's the best heavyweight he's seen for 15 years, and you know that's a great compliment to Martin himself. I've had other trainers saying one actually described him as a Rolls Royce, you know, and one of them said that his words were magnificent. So you know, it's nice that people appreciate the talent that he's got. There's a lot of work to be done. You know, you don't rest on your laurels in this sport because you've got a habit of getting your swift boot in the balls, and then you'll lose. But that won't happen. No in my gym anyway.
Along with Martin Bakole signing with Cyclone, Jason Easton, who you also manage. Right, you manage Jason. Right. Jason's also signed with him, and he's been on quite a few of the Cyclone cards. Barry McGuigan and his team must see something in Jason as well.
Well, Jason's been very lucky that Barry's allowed him on I think it's 3 TV shows now, winning 2 titles, a Celtic title and an IBO Intercontinental. There should be some good news within the next week to 10 days regarding his next opponent and what he'll be fighting for. And he's had his loyalty repaid with Cyclone by getting a promotional contract. I mean, the boy does really well tickets. He does 300 tickets in Glasgow. That was in Glasgow, in Edinburgh, lad. So he does particularly well ticket wise. You know, I think he'll do even more for the next show at Ingerson. You know, so he's getting his just rewards.
In that last fight he was in against Steve Jamoy, it was so far this year been my fight of the year. I loved it. It was everything I'd wanted to see. So I was really impressed with him, and I think anybody that's seen him, it was on Spike, which is free to air TV. Anybody that sees him on that market, they're going to want to go and see him if he's. If they're in Edinburgh or whatever, they're going to want to go and see somebody like him fighting.
In fairness, so is the Channel 5. That's free to air. That's something that appeals to me for my fighters. You know, 1.7 million people watched the show that night. That's frightening figures. That's real good. But you know, he's done particularly well on these shows. He's looked good. His last fight I wasn't happy with, and we sat down, had a meeting a week after the fight, explained that we weren't happy with, and he's went back to the gym and he's worked hard to correct the wrongs.
When you look at Jason, I think that was his 10th fight, fighting a guy with more than double. That is, I mean, to keep his composure, because he could have collapsed there. You know what I mean? Jamoy was landing early on. He was landing a bit too much on him. If he wasn't mentally strong, he could have collapsed there. But
you know, there's boxers out there that want to get padded records, say that they'll fight anybody, and they don't. You know, it's you know, it's universal that it happens. Guys are saying I'll fight whoever, and then you know they're given a certain opponent, and then they say no. Either they say no, or their trainers say no. Jason's no said no to anybody. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that he's going to be the next best thing. I'm saying he's an improving fighter that would fight anybody. And my hat goes off to the guy, you know, because there's people out there that they like the cliche of professional boxer. You know what I mean? If you're a boxer, you fight. You don't fight guys with losing records till you've had 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 fights, because you can't take much out of that.
As you already touched on there, with Jason and Martin both being with Cyclone. Cyclone's got their Channel 5 deal, which is, for me, it's brilliant seeing boxing back on a free platform. That can only do their careers wonders with that kind of exposure.
Of course. Well, you know what I mean? See, at the end of the day, Box Nation's a brilliant platform as well, right? So is Sky. There's no two ways about it. But, you know, Barry McGuigan's got the same contacts as what Sky have and what Box Nation have. If your fighter's good enough to fight for world titles, they will fight for world titles eventually. The sanctioning bodies will have to give them a chance eventually. You know what I mean? And that's just the way it is. You know, I'm not saying that Channel 5 would necessarily hold a world title heavyweight fight because of the vast amount of money that's involved in it. But you know, it's a fantastic platform to showcase your skills at this stage of his career.
And I always remember after that, when Jason Easton fought Jamoy, Barry McGuigan was on after it saying that that's what they're wanting today, is that they're sick of seeing mismatches, which you get in too many shows, not to name them, and he's wanting to bring something that it's going to bring boxing back to the mainstream. So, but chances like close fights is what people want to see.
But you just touched on, you know, he's taking a risk fighting a guy with double the amount of fights then. I've been we're in the process of getting a fight now with a guy that's 20-0. So, you know, is Jason Easton scared to fight him? The answer's no. You know, so what can you do? Would you rather fight somebody at 20-0 or somebody in a 6th rounder that's 4-43 in your 10th fight or 11th fight?
Exactly.
If you've got ambitions,
if you want to push right on.
At the end of Jason's career, he cannot, you know, like I say, he's done great so far. He's won 2 titles. We hope to go further. But if Jason Easton was to stop sparring after fighting after this next fight and look back in his career and say, well, I beat a guy 20-0. I beat a guy with twice the amount of fights from me. I've won 2 titles. I've done okay. He's done a lot better than some guys that are probably better than him. You know, because he's took that calculated risk. So, you know, fair play to him.
And a good thing that's working out for quite a few of the Edinburgh boys is that they've got Josh Taylor, who is building, again, there's another one, Barry McGuigan's building on Channel 5. Now, the amount of my pals who don't really follow boxing, and after seeing them taking O'Hara Davis apart, now they're right high on Taylor, and there must be people like that all over the country. And now you've got guys like Jason and Martin as well. And with Martin being a heavyweight as well, people love a heavyweight with power. As that, it's just only looks as if it's going to go up and up.
Skill, speed and power Martin's got. He's got the 3 attributes, not just power. He doesn't just rely on power like some. He's got speed, skill and power. He's a full package.
It feels as if Martin and Jason might be getting in just at the right time.
Well, listen, they've got Josh at present is the top fighter with Channel 5, and quite rightly so. He's a fantastic talent. I think he easily beats anybody in Britain, possibly Europe. You know, he's a world-class fight, and what a fight he's got against Miguel Vasquez. I remember there was talk when I trained Ricky Burns that we were to fight Miguel Vasquez in a unification fight. Never ever came off. All the unification fights never came off. You know, there was talk several times that we were going to fight unifications that never happened for one reason or another. But what a contest that's going to be. What a fight. You know, it's going to be class.
Oh, what became of the likely lad? What became of the dreams we had? Oh, what became of forever love? Oh, what became of forever?